First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nebler. Thanks for joining us. We're live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. And if you watch us every day, you know we start at 1 o'clock. We go all the way through the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics and having a lot of different kinds of conversations. Right now, we're going to be talking about autonomous vehicles. If you've traveled outside of Oregon, maybe down into California, Texas, Florida, all over the place, you may have encountered an autonomous vehicle on the road. And I'm talking about one with like nobody driving. There's different versions of autonomous vehicles, different levels of what that means. But on the streets of California, I know there are vehicles with no drivers that are around there. That kind of technology is eventually going to make its way here to Oregon, but there are a lot of regulations and different ways that that can happen, and we're going to talk about that right now with the Portland Bureau of Transportation, who have opened up a comment period for people to provide their feedback on autonomous vehicle regulations. We've got Dylan Rivera joining us. Dylan, always great to have you here on the show. And I love talking about technology and this kind of stuff anyway, so this is fun. But when it comes to autonomous vehicles, can you tell us, what the city of Portland is doing right now as far as what you just put out there to solicit feedback?
Yeah. So thanks for having me, Greg. So just yesterday, we opened up a 45-day public comment period on a proposal to adjust our administrative rules to allow for not only the testing of autonomous, or sometimes they call them automated vehicles, but also the commercial deployment potentially of autonomous vehicles. And so what we're proposing is a set of rules that set out what the public needs to know, what PBOT needs to know about this technology, about the safety of the technology, about the track record of any company that wants to operate this technology in Portland. A variety of things we think would make it safer for the public, protect consumers, the things that the public would expect us to ask of these companies before they're able to operate in our city.
What are the current, when you're talking about like autonomous vehicles and any kind of, or automated technology in the city of Portland, what are the current regulations cover? We don't have to go into specifics, but generalities anyway, as far as those vehicles being allowed on the road.
Well, we do have an administrative rule currently on the books. It dates to 2018, actually, when we adopted rules to allow for testing of autonomous vehicles in the city of Portland. That was after 2017 City Council, with a big announcement by Mayor Wheeler at the time, passed a resolution saying they want PBOT to take on this issue, to be proactive, to figure out a way to accommodate testing and potentially commercial fleet deployment, ride sharing, that sort of thing. And so we did a lot of public involvement back then to develop rules and landed on the testing rules, but we don't currently have rules to allow a deployment of a fleet of these vehicles for commercial use, like a taxi, Uber, or Lyft.
Gotcha. So that's something I know we've seen some speculation that various companies are interested in coming into Portland and deploying ride-sharing autonomous vehicles, but they would not be allowed to do that right now under current regulations, if I'm understanding that correct.
That's right. That's right.
And does this cover all fully autonomous, or is this something where semi-autonomous? I know, some people on their Tesla, they have the feature where they can, retrieve their vehicle or have it come to them or whatever through a parking lot. Is that kind of stuff, just to clarify, is that kind of thing legal in the city of Portland?
It's currently legal in Portland for private vehicle use, but not for a taxi, Uber, or Lyft type use.
Gotcha. And when we're asking people for feedback, what kinds of things should they be thinking about when they're going to be giving feedback on this or giving their opinions or thoughts on the autonomous vehicles in Portland?
Well, we know people have strong feelings about the technology, one way or the other, in many ways. And we just want to hear from folks a range of things. What are your concerns? What are the questions you'd want answered about the vehicles? What are the scenarios you can think of where they might impact your day-to-day life? Are you concerned about how these vehicles might impact if they're picking up or dropping off the way a taxi, Uber, or Lyft would? Are you concerned about what that pickup and drop off looks like if they're occupying a bike lane or travel lane for some period of time, a few minutes or however many minutes? Are you concerned about if the vehicles are waiting for a request of a driver? Are they driving around without anyone on board? And how do we value or devalue that or discourage that sort of activity? Would it be better? There's some thinking that contributes to congestion, and so is there a way we can maybe? Is there an interest in maybe reducing that activity of it's in public transit, it's called deadheading. You take someone to a place, drop them off, and then you go back to your origin and you're empty. And so if we have some high fraction of these vehicles driving around empty, does that add to congestion? Is that something we should reduce during rush hour, for example? Should we find a way to encourage those vehicles to park someplace legally and safely, and while they wait for their next hailed ride? You know, we think it would be smart, and we're proposing to require all these vehicles to be fully electric to make sure they're not adding to pollution, and make sure that if they are deployed here, that they are helping us reduce carbon emissions rather than add to them. Ideally, we also think these vehicles should be as safe or safer than current drivers of taxis, Ubers, and Lyfts are allowed to be. And so that we're proposing, and we want to hear the public's input on whether we should require disclosures from the companies of their track record in other cities, their safety track record, any incidents where they've stopped on light rail tracks or had a crash with a person or another vehicle. We want to know about that, and we think it's smart to have that written in our rules. We think it's smart to have a permit that is revocable. So in case we do have a bad actor or a company that's not meeting public expectations, we can revoke that permit and get them to stop service in the city. So these are a variety of the things that we're proposing. We'd like to hear the public's reaction to these proposals and see what other concerns the public has that maybe we haven't thought of yet.
And once you get that feedback, then what are the next steps after that?
Well, so we'll gather that and take a summary of that feedback, synthesize it, present it to city leadership, PBOT leadership, administrative city leadership, and incorporate some consultation and some way to engage the city council as well. So there'll be a further conversation on this after the comment period wraps up on April 4th. During the comment period from now through April 4th, we're planning some listening sessions, including one in-person listening session with private for hire drivers. That's tentatively scheduled for March 10th. Public hearing scheduled for March 11th at the Portland building. At the Portland building, there'll be an in-person option as well as a hybrid option to participate in that March 11th event. And then we'll be presenting also to some of the advisory committees for transportation that look at these issues on an ongoing basis. So the Bicycle Advisory Committee, Pedestrian Advisory Committee, and Freight Advisory Committee, folks that are really engaged members of the public who are looking at transportation issues and advising PBOT and city leadership on those. We want to hear their input on this proposal as well.
There's a lot more to think about than I was realizing when those things that you listed out there. I mean, those are all important things to consider in the city. And And yeah, and the things that are unique about Portland compared to some of those other cities, the layouts, all the bike lanes. Yeah, certainly a lot of considerations that come in there. Anything else that you think is important for people to know just about this, what's out there right now in the 45 days that they'll have to comment?
You know, uh, it's we feel like it's important for everyone to understand and we hope they'll encourage the city to engage on this issue. And the reason we need to state that is because there have been some efforts at the legislature to preempt the authority or limit the authority of cities to regulate these vehicles. And so it looks like that's not going to be the case in this legislative session, but it has come up with Uber and Lyft in the past of trying to limit city authority in this case. We think we have a good track record as a city of innovating in ways to make our transportation system safer. We were the first city in Oregon to adopt fixed speed cameras for speed enforcement on high crash corridors. And when we did that about 10 years ago, we had to get state law changed to enable us to do that. We were the only city allowed to do that. Other cities in Oregon saw how that worked here, and now they have received permission from the state for any city in Oregon to have cameras installed on the roads for traffic enforcement 24/7, 365 to really improve public safety. We think there's an opportunity here that cities can learn from each other, that if we have rules here that the public supports, that can keep us safe, that can protect public safety and consumers, that's something that the state can learn from and that other cities in Oregon can learn from potentially. And we also think it's critically important for people to understand that there is the safety and consumer protection issue at stake here. We need police and firefighters, for example, to know how to interact with these vehicles. So what we're proposing an annual in-person training by each autonomous vehicle company. They would be required to have an in-person training to show firefighters and police officers how to turn off the autonomous vehicle driver, how to enter the vehicle in the event of an emergency. You could think of someone having a medical event inside the vehicle, unable to get out. Maybe they're unconscious. Well, how does a paramedic get inside that vehicle to render aid? If an autonomous vehicle is parked on train tracks, how do we get it out of there? There are other considerations like that that we think are so important. We need to have them written into administrative rules that we can hold the companies to.
Wow. Yeah, a lot to think about there. Has the city of Portland worked? I don't know if the administration or not has spoken to cities like LA or San Francisco where these are deployed already in some capacity just to see how they're handling things?
Yes, our staff have been doing a lot of research and meeting with our counterparts in other cities, California, Seattle, and other parts of the country as well. The proposal we have is based on some of that research and actual in-person conversations and one-on-one engagement with our counterparts in California and Washington State and other states. And so what you'll see when you look at this proposal is the result of a lot of that learning that we're doing from other cities. And we're in a situation with this emerging technology where cities are learning from each other. And states are learning from each other. And we think it's really important for us to get ahead of this so we have rules that the public feels confident in before any of these companies were to start operation here.
All right. Well, Dylan, thank you very much for joining us to talk about this and just go through all of these questions and just understanding it. I mean, it is, emerging technology, and I think you've brought up some very good points there that the public can think about and provide this feedback. And for that part, where do they go to provide that feedback?
Yeah, the best place to start is the PBOT website, portland.gov/transportation. And we've got a specific page on the update on automated vehicles. The website will walk you through the the line by line, red line of the proposal, and then where you can make your comments. We put a news release out just yesterday that also has information on how to make your voice heard with the email address, and you can. One simple way is just to email us PBOT policy comments at portlandoregon.gov. That's PBOT policy comments, all one word, at portlandoregon.gov. And then go to our website and you can learn more and have your say at an in-person meeting or some of these hybrid and other virtual meetings as well.
All right, fantastic. Dylan, thank you very much. Really appreciate your time and joining us here.
Thank you. Thanks for spreading the word.
Absolutely. And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now. We're going to go ahead and take a break for now, but the programming will continue here on whatever platform you're watching on. I will be back if there's breaking news. We have other conversations to be had all the way up until our 4 p.m. news. So I will talk to you then. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.